It's a wonderful day for wisdom with wonder and Segue. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Yeah? What? I have a message for you from Betty White. It's for somebody. It might not be for you. But Betty White keeps talking to me. I usually don't get messages from people like this, so this is new for me, but I trust it. And Betty White keeps repeating, playful, joyful, youthful spirit. Playful, joyful, youthful spirit. And then I try to ignore her, but she won't stop. So she says it again. Playful, youthful, joyful spirit. I was like, okay, Betty White, I hear you. Have a playful, joyful, youthful spirit. I love it, okay? She was one of the main stars of the show on TV in the United States of America called Golden Girls, where these women who were in their retirement years were being roommates and living the fun life as wise old crones and having fun. And the character Rose, played by Betty White, was always a playful, joyful, youthful spirit. And wow, Betty White, she started on that show when she was 55 years old, but she played someone in her 60s. They all played someone older, but I'm 54, I'm close to that age, and I'm a wise crone now. And the Golden Girls, you know, I'm not a super fan or anything. I've seen some episodes. I've seen Rose. She's like the longest, I think she won an award when she was 88 years old for having the longest living like female television career. She was a model. She had some beautiful photos. If you look at Betty White, you can see all kinds of beautiful images. She was married to a talk show host, I believe, a game show host, show Passwords. And I don't know, she was just always having appearances in shows and movies with her playful, joyful, youthful spirit. And she lived to be 99 years old. And so when she was talking to me, I got the urge to look up Golden Girls Tarot. And what did I find? It does exist. And we have it here. So I'm gonna pull and get some messages. I told my mom about this. And then she started thinking, what is it, Betty White? What do you want to say? And my mom told me, Betty White says, the message isn't necessarily for me, but Betty White has a message either for the collective, or there's someone that she's trying to get their attention and talk to, and maybe they're not listening right away. And so she just wants to get the word out. The main thing I keep hearing is playful, joyful, youthful spirit. So whoever you are that needs to hear this, get out there and play. Where's your playful, joyful, youthful spirit? Let's tune into that as we call in energy from source consciousness from Betty White herself. Beautiful Betty White. You can come through me as a channel to get your message across to the collective, or to that special someone that you're trying to reach, that you want to remember, you want them to remember to have a playful, joyful, youthful spirit. So, you know, if you guys could like this video, comment, share as much as you can, hype it. I've never been hyped, but for this video, it seems important to get Betty White's message out. And I don't know what the message is yet, and I've never used this deck yet, but I did just cleanse it and I meditated on her energy. I wrote some writing, just trying to tune into her to see, and it's just gonna come out in the cards. What does Betty White want us to know right now for the highest good and the highest good of all beings? We have a playful, joyful, youthful spirit and these winds of change. Hello, Betty White, blowing through. Say hello, my love. What do you want us to know right now for our highest good and the highest good of all beings? Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. The Empress. So we have Dorothy here from the show, pictured as the Empress. And so tuned in to spirit here. It's fertile times. I don't know if this person that she's trying to talk about is pregnant or gonna get pregnant, but the Empress is fertile, connected to spirit. She's grounded, she's pretty balanced, and shining in this love frequency. So that's beautiful. She looks like she has a turquoise ring on. That's beautiful. So she's grounded, shining in this love frequency, feeling balanced, feeling connected to spirit, feeling fertile. Whatever you want to create, whoever you are that needs to hear this message from Betty White, she wants you to know with love that you are loved, and that whatever you want to create, you're creating it with love and groundedness. These are fertile times for your creations as you are connected to spirit. And we did get a Rose card. Betty White played the character Rose, and each character has their own suit in this deck. And Rose, Betty White's character's suit, is the suit of cups, which is all about love. So Betty White's coming through with a message of love for us. And we got the Seven of Cups here. So Betty White might be seeing that someone out here in the collective, someone that she's trying to reach, has some confusion energy around them. They're not quite sure of what their next steps are. There's confusion. Maybe they're confused about, is Betty White really still there? Is she trying to connect to me? Does she love me? Yes, she does. And in this rendition, there's a castle in one of the cups. So maybe you're thinking about where you want to live next, where you want to move to. There's a mask. So she's saying you can take off all the masks. Just be your authentic self. There's no need to wear a mask anymore to please anyone else, whoever you are that Betty White is speaking to, and that you're a diamond. Diamonds are created under pressure, and they're actually really, really deep in the earth's magma. There's a stone called like kimberlite, deep in the earth. And so it makes me feel like you just need to go deeper into yourself, into your own internal wisdom, or you have been going on a really deep internal journey into the darkness. There's a lot of darkness when you go deep to look at things, but what comes out of it from all that pressure down deep in that earth is that it pushes up. Like there's these internal tubes like volcanoes, but it's not the typical volcano you see, but there's like volcanic tubes that push this kimberlite that has diamonds or rubies in it all the way up to the surface, like through the river or through the ocean, and like It goes through so much pressure to become this beautiful, strong, resilient diamond. And so if you're going through any sort of confusion that you're a diamond, there's like a ghost in the cup, it looks like. Laughing Raven is here. Thank you, Laughing Raven. The ancestors. Is she your ancestor? She's kind of being silly, playing around with this little ghost, like, boo, here I am. You don't believe in ghosts, you believe in them now. I'm here. And there's a crown of royalty, like she's worn the crown of this playful, joyful, youthful spirit, and she's passing the crown to you. It's time for you to be your playful, joyful, youthful self. I'll wear it. Where's my crown? And there's like a snake coming out of one of the cups. So the snake represents healing, shedding an old skin. So, you know, you've been on a journey, and it's time to shed that old skin, you diamond, shine, and wear your crown, your authenticity, and she loves you. There's a love heart coming out of one of these cups. The love is overflowing, and even from the other side, she has love for you. And you might be a specific person that knows Betty White. If this will reach you, I trust that it will reach who it's meant to. But you know, Betty White loved the collective too. She's such a loving, playful, joyful, youthful spirit. She has love for us all, and she spent her lifetime in her career making sure she shown in her authenticity and showing how to be playful and youthful and joyful in her life, and she's still doing that from the other side of the veil, and she can do that through just the energy. Her energy is always there. Energy never dies, it just changes form. And I feel her. She's so fun. She's here. Just, you know, I can appreciate a playful, joyful, youthful spirit. Segue, my cat, is here. They're playful. They bring out the playful, youthful, joyful spirit, and they're about independence. Just be your independent, courageous, confident self. To just be you. And all the stuff that you've been through, that hard journey, it's all worth it. You're a beautiful diamond, shining your love frequency. What else do you want to tell us about this, Betty White? For our highest good and the highest good of all beings. Oh, the Eight of Wands. There's some messages coming in for you. There's a message right now coming in for you through me from Betty White. That's one of your messages, and maybe you're gonna even hear more messages from Betty White, and you're like, what? Is Betty White trying to talk to me? Yes. And it might feel emotional because she wants you to embrace your inner child, that playful, youthful, inner, like, joyful spirit that wants to play and have fun, and remember who that is, and let that little inner child shine. Love that inner child, and let yourself feel all the emotions about it. With this water here, it's all in love with the green around, and the water is emotional. There's emotional messages coming in for you from Betty White, and the messages are loving and about embracing your playful, joyful, youthful spirit. And we also got Sophia here with the Strength card. And Betty White, she was strong in her life, and she knows that you're strong too. And it's taking strength for you to go on that inward journey, to become that beautiful diamond, to look at the things in the dark that were hidden, that previously didn't want to look at. Maybe things were swept under the rug in the past. I don't know if you personally know Betty White or not, and maybe even with her, there were things swept under the rug because, you know, personal life is different than the character that we all see. And you can play a playful, joyful, youthful spirit, but still have, you know, a hard time looking deep within yourself and feeling things and really knowing your authentic self. You might know the character that you play, and maybe that happened a little bit here with Betty White. But she doesn't want that to happen with you, whoever you are. Wants you to have this strength and courage and confidence to be your authentic self, to be your independent, courageous, confident self here. Just like this kitty cat. Oh, Segue 1 Spiral Galaxy Kitty. Can you put some energy into the cards from about a playful, youthful, joyful spirit from Betty White for the highest good? Thank you. And the highest good of all beings. I think Betty White can appreciate a cat costume. She actually is portrayed in this deck as the Fool in her cat's musical costume. So I feel like she can appreciate the energy of the cat. We'll see if that comes out. What else do you want to tell us, Betty White, for our highest good and the highest good of all beings? Ooh, she wants you to watch out for Blanche. Watch out for the devil here. The devil, all this red energy. She wants you to stay grounded and stay away from those temptations like this delicious cheesecake. Oh, ooh la la. Looks so delicious. Oh my goodness. I just must blow bubbles. We don't want to give in to the urges of that temptation that we know isn't good for us. Betty White doesn't want you to give in to those temptations, but she has some polka dots here. And polka dots in tarot. Ooh, they're not polka dots. I was going to say polka dots in tarot are about like joy and happiness or playfulness, but her little polka dots are stars. So stay connected to your star family, the cosmos, to Betty White, for that playful, joyful, youthful spirit. You can meditate and speak to her, whoever you are. You can call her energy in if you need a little boost in being playful and joyful and youthful, and not to give in to these temptations. Blanche, you little temptress, you. Don't give in to those cupcakes, but you know, Betty White wants you to do what's good for you, and these winds of change. These winds of change are here. We're going to make healthy choices for ourselves moving forward, you know. Even if you were tempted in the past, you did things you weren't so proud of, unhealthy thought forms or beliefs you once held. The winds of change are here now. Don't knock over my cards, winds of change. So, we can do something different. We don't have to give in to that temptation of the devil. Alright, thank you, Betty White. What else do we need to know for our highest good and the highest good of all beings? Winds of change. The Seven of Swords. Here we have Dorothy being sneaky at night. And she actually knows what it's like to be stabbed in the back by these swords, and so she's just being proactive, and Betty White wants you to be proactive. Like Dorothy is taking all these swords, she's moving them, she's gonna hide them so that no one can use them against her. That's pretty smart. So she's just taking care of herself in a creative way. Betty White wants you to use your creativity to keep yourself protected and to know that you are protected and you're safe, and these swords aren't going to stab you in the back. Thank you, Dorothy, for taking care of that for us. Thank you. See the sign here that I have for thank you for being a friend. My friend Autumn painted that for me when we first started hanging out. My old coworker and friend. So if you're watching, thank you for being a friend. Let's see. What else do we need to know for our highest good, Betty White? And the highest good of all beings. Oh, a Betty White card. A couple, 3. Betty White, the Five of Cups. Oh, Betty. Or this might be Rose, because it's the character on Golden Girls. You see her looking at these empty cups. Oh, my cup spilled. So, whoever you are that Betty White is trying to reach, you might be feeling down and out and sad because of your loss. Maybe it's because you miss her, you miss Betty. Or something else in your life that you feel like is a loss to you. But Betty White, what, my love? Maybe it's a cat. But if you look right behind her, there's two elevated cups. Even better, cups are emotional, they're love, and all this pink energy, that's love, and the blue energy, that's truth. There's some cups right there on a higher shelf for you, higher perspective for you in love and truth. Energy never dies, it just changes form. She's still here, and she doesn't want you to feel hopeless and sad and that all your cups of love are gone. There's a more elevated love here for you, and it's beautiful. What else do we need to know about this, Betty? Betty White, Betty White. Oh, the King of Pentacles. This new elevated love that's here for you, or maybe it's not new, it's the same love, but it's more elevated. It's higher love. Feels good. There's no more of that double energy here. It's grounded. We got the King of Pentacles. It's a grounded love. It's abundant. You're a grounded, nurturing, connected to Earth King. You got your finances in order. You feel stable and secure. So that's nice energy. That's what this elevated love feeling is bringing for you. And the Wheel of Fortune, okay? This is the Wheel of Fortune. We're at the close of an old cycle. That old cycle is over. All that pain, all that hardship that you've been through, all the navigating the darkness and the feeling of loss, that's over. You're at the top of the wheel. There's a whole new cycle now, and this wheel is bringing fortune and love and joy. It's bringing a playfulness, a joyfulness, and a youthfulness back into your life. That's what Betty White wants you to know. She doesn't want you to give up. She wants you to maintain a joyful, playful, youthful spirit. And let me see if I can assist in any way. Winds of change are here that's blowing towards you. What is it, my love? You want them to be confident and courageous? Oh, come on, Bubbles. I want a good one. A playful, youthful, joyful spirit. A joyful, playful, youthful spirit. They're blowing back at me now. Fine. We're not going to give up. We're going to keep going. The wheel keeps turning. That old cycle is over. There's a whole new cycle, and it's beautiful. And since the kitty is here, they said mew. So I think that our friend Betty White, with her playful, joyful, youthful spirit, would appreciate pulling a card from Tarot of the Pagan Cats to see if there's any other messages here, since her character wore the cat's costume in this card. The Fool, taking that leap of faith in this new beginning, in the new cycle. Let's see if we can get a message from these playful kitty cats. What else do we need to know? for highest good, Betty White, and the highest good of all beings. Do you want to bring in a card from this magical, playful, youthful, joyful kitty deck for the highest good and the highest good of all beings? Is there a card in here that we need to see? Maybe not. She's like, pull from my deck. We'll just try one more time. We can stay persistent in this new cycle. She doesn't want you to give up. She doesn't want you to give up. Oh my gosh. Betty. This is a lot of cards. This is a lot of cards, but we'll do it because Betty said, you're this kitty cat, the Ace of Wands. This kitty cat has a higher perspective here. They've let go of what's no longer serving. Betty wants you to let go of what's no longer serving you. Up in this treetop with a higher perspective, there's like a castle, a home here. There might be some cloudiness. It's hard to see where to go next, even with this higher perspective. It's kind of cloudy, hard to see. It's an emotional journey with the stream running through, but she wants you to keep creating what you're passionate about here. Let yourself release what's no longer serving, so you can move forward with what you're creating, that you're passionate about. And you have already done a lot of work with this Eight of Pentacles here. You have all the tools you need. There's up above, there's cups helping you speak your truth about what's going on, your emotional truth. There's wands here helping you create what you desire in a grounded way. There's pentacles allowing you to be abundant in the love frequency and be in a grounded love energy, and a sword with white sparkles coming from it. So it's for clarity, peace of mind, clear knowing, for speaking your truth and clear boundaries. You've already done so much work in your life that she wants you to stay grounded and know that you're not alone. All this divine wisdom is here to help you. She's here to help guide you too, so you can call on her. And the Three of Swords, you might feel like you have a broken heart, or you've been brokenhearted. Maybe it was because of the loss of Betty White, or the loss of someone, some kind of heartbreak that you've been through. And that's why just need to stay connected to spirit and know that you can tune in to Betty to get that joyful, playful, youthful spirit back. And we have the Hierophant here, or is this Judgment? I think this is Judgment. Let me look. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Justice. And if you say a party, invited everyone you. Justice is here for you. So Betty White has seen what you've been through. She's seen the journey, and divine justice is here for you now. There's balance coming in, wisdom. It's in your DNA. You might have some ancient Egyptian DNA, but maybe you have some Betty White DNA in you, keeping you with your playful, joyful, youthful spirit. Don't worry. You just play and have fun. And the divine knows what you've been through. There's justice here for you now. No worries, honey. You know why? Because we also got the Nine of Cups, the most emotionally fulfilling energy. Look at this kitty at the top of their truth with that blue energy. They're in their true authenticity, their confidence, their courage. They're just be themselves and relax on their grounded pillow as all the cups overflow with joy and happiness and abundance in all things that they love. All these cups are love energy from Betty White to you. I love you. Okay, jeez, Betty. Betty. My goodness, I have to clear this energy. The love, the joyful, playful, youthful spirit. I love it. All right, before we go, anything else Betty White wants us to know? What else, Betty White? Oh, playful, spunky girl. 99. What else do you want us to know? As your spirit is so playful and joyful and youthful. What else do we need to know for our highest good and the highest good of all beings? Betty White. Betty White. Betty White. The 7 of Wands. Oh my gosh. She's like a pirate here. She's like, does somebody feel like they're a pirate? Like in the way that they need to protect their self from all these other wands coming at them, trying to like grab a little piece of their booty. Isn't that what the pirate's treasure is called? Their booty. Someone trying to grab your booty? Hey, back off. Sophia got you. Yeah. Playful, joyful, youthful spirit. Betty White, what are you trying to tell us about protecting our booty? I need more information. I thought this was going to be our last card, but don't be letting people grab your booty. Someone, I don't know if anyone's fighting over her will. Is anyone kind of competing for Betty White's finances that she worked so hard for? You know, family can be kind of sketchy sometimes. Who's trying to get your booty? Betty White left it for you. Unless you're just in the collective, you're trying to protect your own booty. Even though booty I would think would be a pentacle, these wands, like someone's after your groundedness, your safety and security. Somehow you're feeling like you have to defend yourself. What else do we need to know, Betty White? For our highest good, the highest good of all beings. Shuffle, all right. Playful, youthful, joyful spirit. Betty, you want it to go towards the camera. Blow the wind where the people can see the bubbles. There we go. All right, Betty White. I'm gonna close up this reading soon, but you can come through anytime, Betty. I like your energy. You're fun. You're playful and joyful and youthful. I like it. What else do we need to know, Betty White, before we go? Have any closing messages for us, for the highest good, before I start singing? Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true, and you're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Ooh. All right, Betty, I don't want to sing again. Shoot, got a lot. Oh, I don't want to tell that long of a story, Betty. I was getting a closing message. She's all, we're not done yet. All right. I don't like to argue with spirit. Betty she has a lot to say. So Blanche is here, and she's got the 2 of Pentacles. So talking about divine balance. Stay balanced. You might feel like you juggling so many things. 2 things. You're juggling, trying to stay balanced here. And you don't need to worry about it at all. Because I'm gonna get more. I'm gonna see what else Betty White's trying to say. I said one final message and she's like, oh no, I got more to say. The Two of Pentacles here. The Nine of Wands. Oh, what is this? You have Sophia here. I don't know. Sophia looked like she'd been through it. She got some bandages on her head. And now there's all these wands behind her. She's standing guard like, no one's going to hurt me anymore. All that chaotic. Everyone coming at you with their wands, trying to get your booty. Now she's like standing guard like, protection. Just holding on to what she wants to create. And we have the Six of Cups here. This is like a loving energy and it's reciprocal love. The cups are overflowing. So Betty White just wants you to feel this love energy, to feel balanced and feel protected and loved. That's what I'm getting from these cards. She wants you to feel balanced, protected, and loved. The Chariot is here with Blanche. Look who's driving the chariot. This playful, joyful, youthful spirit is driving the chariot. There's a light path and a dark path. You can go either way. You can choose which way you want to go on your path. And, you know, Blanche isn't steering. She's just sitting back, going for the ride, trusting spirit, trusting these youthful spirit to guide her. So Betty White wants you to feel balanced and know that you're protected now. She's got you from the other side. She loves you so much. All these cups are overflowing with love frequency. Maybe there's even a divine partnership that she's going to be introducing you to, or that is in your life that she's blessing. And the Chariot is saying we're going to move forward in this energy. Just trust the divine, trust spirit, and you can't go wrong. And the Three of Wands is like you're looking onto new horizons now. Let all that past stuff go. That's in the past. It's over. Got your binoculars out, looking, following your intuition and looking for, where do I want to go now? Okay, Betty White, she's not in this physical realm anymore. Maybe you used to, look to her for guidance. But whatever you're doing, whoever you are, you're doing something different in your life now. You're looking to new horizons. So just follow your intuition, and you can call on Betty for guidance. She's here for you. She'll speak. It'll seem gentle and subtle. It'll feel like a joyful, playful, youthful spirit coming through you. Just follow your intuition, and you can't go wrong. The Chariot's here, taking you to this new horizon. Where did I put this? And the High Priestess is here. Blanche is the High Priestess. Just stay connected. You're connected to spirit. You're connected to earth. You're very wise, and trust your wisdom. Trust all this intuition. It's in love and in truth. So trust your intuition. Trust your guidance from Betty White if you want to tune into her energy. And she's just going to lead you in love and truth. And you've got this energy in yourself. So you don't need to look to any outside source to guide you or heal you. You have this wisdom in your own DNA. And it looks like you're connected to the moon here too. So got the moon at your crown and at your feet. I don't know if you follow astrology at all, but I like the Intuitive Astrology with Molly McCord on YouTube. She's a very wise, intelligent, experienced astrologer that can help you figure out what's going on with the planets, because it's a mirror of what's going on in our energy. So if you want to stay in tune with what's going on out in the cosmos, it can help you know what's going on in you. But you're already connected. You don't have to look to anyone else. You can just meditate about it, go inward, talk to Betty. It's here for you. Judgment is here for you. I already told you divine justice is here. There's judgment here. Like if Betty White were to judge you, she's not. Here, she's right here. As Rose. They're by a mountain, very connected to spirit. The sun is rising on a whole new life of joy and happiness, a playful, joyful, youthful life. And judgment is here from the divine. The divine sees everything that you've been on in your journey, so there's no worries for you here. And we have the King of Swords. And so this is the final card from Betty White. The King of Swords is sitting confidently with boundaries. So Betty White wants you to keep your boundaries, stay strong in your following your intuition, because she speaks to you through your intuition, and you'll have clarity about what to do moving forward. Clarity in your mind and clear boundaries and able to speak your truth. Just tune into your intuition to know what that is. So those are all the messages from Betty White. Now we're gonna get a crystal intentions oracle to see if there's a crystal.
You're having a picnic.
Oh yeah, we're having a picnic over here, playing with cards. Hi, Riley. Hi. Uh-oh. You see the cat? Oh shoot. Hi, Riley. Whoa. Hi, lover.
Oh my gosh.
Hi. How are you? You wanted to say hi. Don't pull Uncle Mike away. I'm shuffling cards.
Oh.
You want to put energy in the cards? Thank you. Thank you, Riley. Yes, you're a playful, joyful, youthful spirit. Cutie pie. Watch out, kitty. Run.
Scared more than up.
See you later, Uncle Mike. So we even got a dog visitor. Dogs are about loyalty, and my Uncle Mike was taking his dog, an old English sheepdog, got all his bangs in his face, and he wanted to say hi. Came bounding over. I don't know if you could see his little head over here, but he came to say hi. So maybe you have a dog or a cat, or I think Betty White is appreciating animals. I feel like Betty White loves the dogs. So she invited the dog. This never happens. Like, Riley has never come to any of my oracle card readings before, but he did today, so that was sweet. Thank you, Betty White, for the cute dog energy. The cat's like, I'm out of here. It's okay, Segue, he's gone. Segue don't want to play. Let's see if we can get a crystal intentions oracle to see if there's a crystal being that can help us connect to Betty White's energy in this time. If you want to meditate on with a crystal and tune into Betty White's energy, you can do that without one, but I thought it would be fun to have a crystal. Yes, kitty, we're safe. It's okay, my love. This is our final card to close this reading from Betty White. Betty White, what crystal do you recommend be in our energy when we connect with you? Ooh, it looked like carnelian wanted to pop out, but let's see. Oh, there's carnelian again. I might need to pull that. Oh, okay. We got citrine. This is beautiful. Citrine from Betty White. It says, expand self-confidence and awareness of personal magnificence. Remember divine essence. Increase mental clarity and exude joy, enthusiasm, and happiness. Shine your light. Thank you, Betty White. Looking at the sun. Betty White, you're shining on me through the sun. And we got an affirmation here. I am confident and courageous. Yes, Kitty. Kitty is too. And we did get that strength card. Where is it? Oh, well, we got it. It's in this reading somewhere. Okay. I am confident and courageous. It is safe for me to be powerful. Thank you, Betty White. I am confident and courageous. It is safe for me to be powerful. I am confident and courageous. It is safe for me to be powerful. You want to take a screenshot on the card. You can meditate on citrine. If you don't have citrine, you can use any yellow stone or crystal. That's what Betty White wants you to know. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you found this message helpful, and thank you for listening to Betty White. I feel like she feels a lot lighter. She got that message off her chest, and we'll tune in with these cards again, but I would really appreciate it, and Betty White would really appreciate it if you could just get this out there so that the right person that Betty White wants to reach in the collective gets the message. Like, comment, share, hype. If you hype it, I think that puts it up there higher in the algorithm so more people can see it. And I don't know, it's like what's that, 6 degrees of separation or something about how many degrees apart knows Kevin Bacon, or I don't know, something like that. How many degrees apart of people before it reaches the people that know Betty White and that need the message. But anyway, however you tune into this message, I appreciate you, I see you, I honor you, I thank you. I hope that you will continue to have a playful, joyful, youthful spirit. And thank you for being a friend. Down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift, it came from me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Ooh-doo-doo. Much love.